tuning in CGTN special live streaming. I'm Yilin, and we're now coming to you live from the moon. Just kidding. Actually, we are now coming to you live from Wenchang in southern China's Hainan Province. This place sits China's the only coastal launch site, the Wenchang Space Launch Site. And of course, based on all the displays and the background today, our topic will be related to the space and the moon. And I'm so glad to be joined by two wonderful guests today. Next to me is CGTN space reporter Wu Lei. Welcome.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be here. We know every time there will be rocket launches, we'll come to Wenchang and to watch the rocket launch. And I think this time it's no difference. What about you, Yang Hao?
Yeah, I think it's quite different because it is a very important mission of the Chang'e project. So it's my 2024 first launch.
Yes, so just give our audience some introduction. Yang Hao is actually the photographer and also the co-founder of SpaceLens. Why not just introduce our audience more about yourself?
And your team, actually. Yes. We know that you have a team and you are one of the founders.
Yeah.
You guys have, recorded, documented the space launches for several years.
Yes. So I'm a big fan of China space, and I'm very love to take photos. So from 2020, I started to take photos of the China space.
Oh, that's early.
Yeah. So and the next year in 2021, we established the SpaceLens, and we take all the photos of the China space station. Yeah. So it's the third years.
For your
team.
For our team.
Okay, I know that some of your team already filmed dozens of rocket launches. So this time, we know the Long March 8 and the Churchill 2 relay satellite have been transported to launch pad. So this time, how will you, film the rocket launches? How many cameras do you have?
Well, this time we have maybe 18 people to come here, members.
That's a big crew.
Yeah, so
18 people.
18, not 80. 18.
18 people together to film just this rocket launch, right? Okay.
Yeah, so we have several points, just like at the top of the roof.
The rooftop? Okay, this is one great spot,
yeah,
right? Okay.
And the second part is the public beach.
The public beach, yes, one of which is Qishuiwan.
Wow.
Me and Wu Lei have already been there before.
So it's an open place for space fans to watch the rocket.
Yes, the third one.
The third spot.
We have not sure yet because the weather, is a little bit terrible. So we are still considering. We have the park. 石头公园.
One of the parks.
Stone Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the next part is the bridge of Qinlan.
Oh, the Qinlan Bridge.
Qinlan Bridge is an iconic, landmark building in the Wenchang city, and every time people will go there to watch the rocket launch.
Yeah. We have different cameras and different lens to film the launch. You can see the.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it's one of my.
Tell us about this.
Yeah, it's the 800 millimeters lens, so we can take the very detailed feature of the rocket. Yeah.
So how many kilograms will you stay when you take this equipment?
Maybe 3 kilometers.
3 kilometers away from the launch pad.
Yes, and I can take the materials of the rocket when it lifts off, so it will be very clearly.
Okay, so based on the previous videos shot by SpaceLens, the rocket launch, they have already garnered tens of thousands of views. Many people were so amazed by how clear you can see the rocket launch.
Yeah.
I'm quite curious about, can you film this, the fire flames so like so clearly based on this camera?
Yes,
Yes?
that's what I'm going to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna take this.
Yeah.
Can you show us some of the videos your team has done before? We know that it's quite amazing for these videos have been
Yes.
watched millions of times on social media
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah. The last time the last December I come to the Wenchang.
We can
Okay.
show our audiences.
Yeah.
This is also a Wenchang SpaceLens site, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's this mission for? Long March 5?
5. Yeah.
For
The sixth mission.
for the 6th mission.
Mm-hmm.
Long March 5 is currently is the most powerful rocket here in China.
Yeah.
We can
Hope
see
we
the
can
flame.
see the flames
Yeah,
clearly.
it's quite clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was launched at
Yeah,
night,
we can
right?
still-
Yeah. The 6 o'clock I remember.
Okay,
6 or 8
6.
o'clock.
You
6
can
o'clock.
see the liquid propellant. From different angles.
Yeah.
But actually, like the liftoff may take not like that long,
Yeah,
but
several seconds.
you
You
guys-
have to seize the
Exactly.
opportunity.
that's lead to our next question. What preparations will you guys have in order to film those wonderful footages?
Yeah.
Oh, well, first we will I don't know. Wait a second.
You have to have a meeting, sit together, and talk about the the spot.
exact time when it will lift off.
Mhm.
And we will consider the weather. If the weather is so bad, just like this time,
Mhm.
we'll consider which spot we have to abandon. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
The weather condition is one of the
Mm.
variabilities in.
we will calculate the length with the camera. Our members will have.
Okay, you guys start do the maths,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do the
Yeah,
maths. Okay.
Yeah, so to ensure that we can have the different views and we can take the most incredible things, yeah. Mhm.
Right.
And also, what impressed me most is that so many professional space fans they come here to film the rocket launches because many of the global audiences
Yeah.
they are asking how can they watch a rocket launch in China. And every time I recommend Wenchang City. You can come to Wenchang and there are many open places for you to choose. And so as long as you have a very professional
Equipment?
equipment
Yeah.
camera and you can film very clearly about the rocket launches. And also this time I know you have 18 people and different rockets may have different propellant. Some are solid propelled, some are liquid propelled.
Yeah,
So are these different when you are filming?
it's quite different.
Quite different.
Yeah.
Which one do you like?
Oh well, actually, I like the Long March 2.
Long March
Because-
2?
Yeah.
The Long March 2F?
Yeah, because
Manned rocket?
Yes.
yeah, because the lightness of the flame is not so bright. But for example, the Long March 7, its engine is the liquid oxygen and the paraffin. So it will be very light.
Very
Very-
light.
Yeah. So
Very bright.
yeah, very
It's
bright.
quite challenging for you to
Yeah.
take the
Yeah,
moment.
sometimes we have to choose which or maybe we have to protect the flame or or
exactly.
protect the rocket itself. We have to choose.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it's a hard choice.
And
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
maybe for a Long March 5, you can
Yeah.
see the flame is blue,
Yeah.
right?
The liquid one, liquid
Liquid
propellant.
Yeah.
Because it's a green and environmentally friendly one, so it's quite popular in recent years.
Yeah.
So over the past few years, you have filmed so many times. Which mission impressed you most and why?
Which mission I have to say is the Chenzhou 4.
Why?
Chenzhou 4 cargo ship?
Yeah, because that time I remember that before the launch, around 10 minutes,
Mhm.
the frog come above the launch site.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the last, I can take nothing.
Foggy weather, right?
Yeah. Because it's unpredictable.
Mhm.
So which means all our preparations have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very upset.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not easy to get every
Wonderful
launch.
footage.
Yeah.
I'm also quite curious about what is your most impressive
Oh,
launch.
there are so many.
mission?
Over the past few years, I've followed the China's lunar, Mars,
Mm-hmm.
and also human spaceflight missions. And if I have to choose one, I would say the Mars mission, Tianwen-1 Mars
Wow.
mission
Yeah.
in 2020. At that time, I still remember that there are dozens of reporters, not only from China, but also from across the world.
Mm-hmm.
They are very curious about China's Mars mission. And also, China's Mars mission has a lot of international collaboration, international scientific payloads. And so these reporters from the countries, they're coming here to talk to the scientists, to talk to the engineers. They want to know more about the red planet. So we can see that such a challenging job needs collaboration. And after 7 months of flight, we know the Tianwen-1 arrived on the red planet.
Mm-hmm.
The Zhurong rover landed on the red
Yes.
planet,
Mm-hmm.
and Zhurong is still working there.
Yeah.
And so the Mars mission really impressed me most, and I'm still touched by the work, the engineering, and also the huge projects. And also I saw a lot of photographers,
Mm-hmm.
dozens of them. They brought even bigger one than yours. They want to remember that historic moment.
Yeah.
So I can see every time I'm really touched and moved by so many
yeah.
space fans.
So at that time, I think that was the Long March 5 rocket. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, the biggest one.
Yes.
The biggest
And
one.
we know this time is Long March 8,
Yeah.
Yeah.
new generation medium lift-off rocket.
Yeah.
So
Let's dig deep into Long March 8.
yeah, Long March
A
8.
time for you guys professionals
Yeah.
to tell me more.
Yeah, we know that the rocket was just transported to a launch pad
Yes.
the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
And Yang Hao knows a
Tell
little
us
more
more
about this
about-
rocket.
Yeah.
Oh well, yes. It's
Okay.
we can see they have the main part of the
Mhm.
rocket and two boosters.
These are the two boosters, right?
Yeah. But I remember that 2 years ago, also the Long March 8, they have no boosters, just
The maiden launch or the second launch?
Second launch.
This is the third launch for
Yeah.
the Long March 8.
Yeah.
So,
So that's why it is also coded as Long March 8 Y3.
the third
Yes.
one, because Long March 8 it has several types.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned it's a modified one. So this one is also a new one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And for me, it's meaningful because it's the last time of the Long March 8 launched from the 201.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I want to remember this moment. It's also a historical moment.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
see.
Mm.
And I also know that for Long March 8, the first maiden flight, actually it lifted 5 satellites. The second
Yeah,
time it
commercial
lifted
satellites.
the second time it lifted 22
Yeah,
satellites.
Yeah, exactly.
A record number.
Yeah.
So this time it is carrying Chueqiao.
Yeah, Chueqiao 2 relay satellite. This satellite is mainly for sending satellites to sun-synchronous orbit, but it's also for low Earth orbit for several, commercial satellites. So it's a multifunctional, very, powerful and
rocket.
low
Yeah.
cost and efficient carrier rocket.
Yeah, the Long March 8 is worked for the commercial
Flight.
It's
Right.
designed for commercial satellites, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, although it's a nation,
Mhm.
yeah, it's a nation, China Space,
Mhm.
but it's be an important part of the commercial flight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because recently, I think a commercial space or the topic has been talking about several times. We know
Yeah.
that a growing number of countries are now developing commercial satellite internet,
Yeah.
like SpaceX. They're
Yeah.
building
Yeah.
the Starlink. I think many Chinese companies also working together
Yeah.
to build their own, satellite constellation. They are trying to develop better and faster internet for the users.
Yes.
Yeah.
So actually, yesterday I was there. On Sunday I was there to see its the vertical transport
Transportation
to its
launch
launch
pad.
pad.
Is this your first time?
Actually, yes, it is. And I noticed a very special characteristics. Actually, on the top of this, this time, it actually has a special logo.
Yeah.
For the China
China
Lunar
Lunar
Exploration Program.
Yes, the background here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. And if you notice about the details of the China Lunar Exploration Program logo, did you notice that?
Tell us more.
Yeah.
What's special about the logo?
There are two footprints.
Oh.
The footprints.
Footprints
Yeah.
on the logo?
In the middle
In
of
the
the
middle.
logo.
Yeah.
What
And-
that represent?
It means humans' footprints on the moon. Human beings want to. Chinese astronauts aim to land on the moon before 2030.
Yes.
I think it shows Chinese, determination or best wishes to land on the moon as early as possible.
Yeah.
And also we see a dragon-shaped following, circling the footprint. And also in the tail of the dragon, we saw the bridges, the logo of the Magpie Bridge. Magpie Bridge, you know that?
Magpie Bridge.
Yeah.
What is the name of Chueqiao?
Yeah, magpie.
Yeah,
the
magpie.
shape of magpie. We know that Chueqiao is a part of the Chinese mythology, saying a story of two lovers named Niu Lang and Zhi. They were separated by the Milky Way, and every time on the seventh day of the lunar seventh month, Chueqiao, a magpie bridge,
Will be formed,
will be
right?
formed to help them to reunite once a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
So magpie is a very important part of the Magpie Bridge.
Yeah.
It's kind of like symbol that
Yeah.
you're linking two great lovers together.
Yeah.
That's why I think the logo of the China Lunar Exploration Program means a lot. It's very interesting. Yeah.
I see. Well, these stories behind it are really touching.
Yeah, exactly.
And this also leads us to like the name of Chueqiao. Like the name comes from the legend.
Yeah.
So I'm quite curious about what's the use of Chueqiao. You
Yeah.
guys can tell me more.
Yeah. Chueqiao satellite actually is a relay satellite for the lunar programs. We know the first Chueqiao satellite has already been launched years before.
Yeah.
It is mainly for supporting the communication between the far side of the moon and to the ground station. This is a model of the
Model.
position
Yeah.
of the sun, our Earth, and the moon. And we can see that actually,
Wow, it can move.
yeah, it can move. It's a very interesting one, and we know our Earth revolves around the sun,
Yeah.
and also the moon revolves around our Earth. But we can only see one side of the moon, which is the near side of the moon every time. For the far side of the moon is also hiding behind the Earth. So when China aims to launch the Long March 4,
Chang'e 4
mission, which is going to has already landed on the far side of the moon.
Yes.
The Yu-22 has been there for years, and for that mission, Chinese scientists launched the Chueqiao relay satellite, and it has been served as a communication satellite for the far side of the moon and also the ground station, so that the Chinese scientists can talk or can communicate with.
Oh, I see. Can have
Chang'e-
link with the
Yeah.
link with Yu-22 rover as well as the the Chueqiao as the Chang'e 4 spacecraft. So this time, Chueqiao 2 relay satellite will be launched, and it will serve the communication services for the upcoming Chang'e 6, Chang'e 7, and Chang'e 8 missions in the next few years.
Yeah.
So
an updated version of Chueqiao.
yeah, exactly. Updated version. It much bigger, I think.
Wow.
And we're really looking forward to the launch.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, so actually what Willie have shared with us is that due to this called tidal locking, we can only see one side of the moon.
Exactly.
So the side we can see is called the near side.
Near
of the moon.
side.
Yeah.
The side we cannot see is called the far side of the moon.
Or the dark side of the moon.
Ah.
As-
Is it
so-
really dark?
No, not dark,
Oh,
but
okay.
generally because human beings cannot watch the moon directly from our eyes.
Okay.
But with the help of the satellite or other spacecraft, we can watch the other side of the moon. The far side of the moon is filled with large,
Craters.
craters.
rather.
They were hit by asteroids or other, spacecraft. It's quite challenging for human beings to touch there. So I think why China wants to go there, because it's full of mysterious and so much unknown. So we want to go there and to try to explore more. Yeah.
Exactly. Wow, that is very touching. And actually, you've also mentioned Chang'e 4 mission.
Yeah.
This image we've already seen from the far side of the moon are also transported back thanks to Chao.
Exactly. And I was there.
Oh, you were there covering.
for the Chao and also for the Chang'e 4 mission. The Chang'e 4 was launched in the Xichang Satellite Launch Center, and also for, I believe that would be 4 international scientific payloads were there. One from Germany,
Germany.
and I still remembered I interviewed some scientists there, and they have very interesting experiments. So this time, I think in the upcoming Chang'e 6, more international scientific payloads would be expected. Yeah.
And we are looking forward to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have already shared with you guys this wonderful logo.
Yeah. It's very
Educational, actually.
educational purposes.
And also there are some, apart from Chao, there are also many romantic names
Yeah.
due to maybe our rovers.
Also, Yu2 and the
Yeah.
Chang'e.
Yu2 means Jade Rabbit.
Jade Rabbit. And
Right.
Chang'e is a goddess of the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell the story?
Oh.
We've learned since we were young, right? We're
Yeah.
reading this kind of story, like
Chang'e fly to the moon with a
Yeah.
rabbit, and also he separated with her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, I watched some archives of the Apollo mission, which is the
Apollo mission.
United States
Okay.
Apollo missions. Actually, there were once like some astronauts were really like the ground station was asking like, could it go there to find a jade rabbit?
Ah, a jade
It
rabbit.
is true. So it is very influential that people know this story.
Yeah.
Kind of
Exactly.
name, yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So, of course, I know you have covered space for so much time and you have so much passion about it. To tell us more about what do you think about what's unique about China's lunar missions?
Lunar missions. For me, that actually in recent years, a lot of countries, including China, including India, and also Japan, many countries have already launched their spacecraft to land on the moon, soft land on the moon.
Yeah.
Some succeeded, well, some failed. We know it's quite challenging to land a spacecraft on the moon, and China has already, set up its lunar programs step by step, year after year. We know the long march, the Chang'e. We are now already on the Chang'e fourth mission, fourth phase.
The fourth phase.
Yeah,
of
we are.
lunar-
Over the past few decades, the Chinese scientists have already finished the previous orbiting, landing, and rovering.
Okay,
Yeah.
these are the three steps
three-step
of
missions.
China's lunar
So
mission.
this year is very special. You know that this year marks the 20th anniversary of the establishment of China's lunar programs.
Yeah.
So over the past 20 years, we have saw very huge progress
Yeah.
developed by China's scientists and engineers. And over the next few years, we are hoping to see the Chang'e 6, Chang'e 7, Chang'e 8, and also in the future, China is hoping to build an international lunar research station along with a lot of partners. So I can feel that also Chinese scientists, Chinese astronauts will land on the moon before 2030.
Wow.
So there will be a lot of interesting and stories and also discoveries on the moon because we know so little about our only natural satellite.
Our neighbor.
Yeah, our neighbor. We need to know more about our moon, not only the near side, but also the far side. We hope to bring back the samples from the far side of the moon. We also hope to send our astronauts, also foreign astronauts, to the moon. We're hoping to build a permanent scientific base there. We are hoping to, do kind of stories, kind of experiments on the moon. So I think there will be a lot of experiments or stories happening there. If possible, if I have the chance, I hope to go to the moon in the future. To report, to experience, to do whatever we can.
Yeah.
I think in the future, because recently there is a movie, The Challenge.
Yeah.
Russian Roscosmos is working along with the International Space Station.
Yeah.
They already sent their actress to the International Space Station.
And they film a film on...
Yeah, they filmed a film called
Wow.
The Challenge.
Okay.
Because I think maybe some of our viewers may watch the movie. So maybe in the future we can film a movie on the moon. Maybe in the future.
Yeah. And you can also we are going to live streaming on the moon.
Yeah,
exactly,
on the moon.
just at the opening of what we saw before.
If you have the chance, if you want to go to the moon, what would you do?
Of course, take photos.
Take photos.
Yeah, and I think it's go to the space is one of my biggest dreams. Yeah, because I in my very young time, one of my favorite things to look up the skies, to counting stars.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I have a chance, I will go up to the moon or go to the space station. I don't know, but I want to have this
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that right now our China Space Station is orbiting some 400 kilometers away, and a lot of pilots, engineers, even doctors. I think in the future they will have the chance to go to China Space Station.
Yeah.
So maybe in the future, other people like us will have the chance.
Yeah, guys, we gotta exercise.
Yeah.
We gotta do exercise.
Yeah. So Yilin, what would you do if you have the chance to go there?
To film, of course. Maybe I'm gonna be the actress on the moon.
Okay.
No, I'm definitely gonna see the lunar space research station. I'm so curious, like if there's water there, like can we find any special thing? I know, or China have already discovered Chang'e Shi, which kind of very special.
A new chemical elements found on the moon.
And these are groundbreaking, actually.
Yeah.
And also, I'm kind of looking forward to more scientific discoveries to know more about the moon, our neighbor.
Yeah.
This is the moon we've never saw before.
Yeah. When we arrive on the moon, I think we can look in the deep space exploration. Moon is only one stop. I think for many of the Chinese scientists, they are also planning for more deep space exploration missions. Yeah. So this will help the experience of the lunar programs, will help the scientists to gain more experience for their space programs.
Yeah. And actually, I'm also quite curious about speaking of your team, your big team, like what gathered you together? Like we've seen there's astronauts, there's space flights gathering people to see those historic moments, and you guys, your SpaceLens was gathered voluntarily.
Yeah.
Space fans.
Because we are a big fans of the China space, so we have such I don't know how to say, but if we have the chance, we will come here and take films. I think it's kind of
quite an experience.
Yeah. So I think it's meaningful for us. We have to we grow with the China space.
Oh,
yeah. So
this is very touching. You grow with the Chinese space progress.
So we witness with the Chinese space. We came here and take films. We can see.
You want to share the story with the rest of the world?
Yeah, of course. So we are the part of the China space. Yeah.
Okay. So talking about this place, we know we are here at the Longlou Town of the Wenchang City.
Yeah.
This is a very little town.
Yeah.
But because of the China space, a lot of tourists from the home and abroad, they come here to watch the rocket launches. So can you tell some of the changes, some of the...
You've witnessed?
Yeah, you have witnessed about this town.
So I have a lot to say because in my first time when I come here in 2020, and it's very, I don't know how to say, it's just a poor town.
Okay.
A
rural
very
town.
remote village.
That was just 4 years ago?
Yeah,
Okay.
but because of the launch of the satellites or the rockets, it changed a lot. Because I remember that my first time I come here, after the launch, I want to find something to eat, but there is no
dining
restaurants.
places.
Yeah.
No restaurants.
I'm starving all night.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But this time, this is my first time to be here actually with so many coconut chicken. What's that called?
Yeah. Wenchangji,
Yeah.
local cuisine, a kind of chicken.
Yeah.
Every restaurant have that recipe.
Yeah.
So this is a huge difference, right?
Yes.
So
Because
every year, I think maybe tens of thousands of tourists have come here.
yes, I don't know the exactly number, but I know the number is increasing.
Increasing
Okay.
every year.
Yeah.
We know Wenchang is building another commercial launch pad.
Yeah.
So maybe in the future, we will see the maiden launch will be happening at that new launch site.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah. So Wenchang will have, there will be 2 launch sites in this city.
Yes.
It's quite special
Oh.
because we know China has 4 major launch centers in Zhouquan, in Xichang,
Yes.
Wenchang, and Taiyuan.
Yeah.
But it's the first time for Wenchang to have 2 launch centers, launch sites.
Yeah.
And it's gonna see more people flooding in.
Yeah, exactly. And also for these space rocket launches and also the missions, we know this year China is about to have 100 times of space launches.
Wow.
Last year is about over 60.
Yeah.
So we can feel the number of the rocket launches have been growing year by year.
Yeah.
People's footstep to the deep space is gonna progressing.
Yeah.
And also, I want to share with you guys a story what space kind of missions is special for me because I was there to see the vertical transport, and what kind of touches me is that you can see all the engineers, all the workers who built this rocket,
Yeah.
the
We come to
satellite.
see the rocket off.
They're coming to accompany this rocket transport the whole way. It takes over 2.5 hours, I think. The sun is there, people were very hot, but they were so exciting. They just they want to accompany the transport of this
The last
launch.
trip for the rocket on Earth.
Yeah. And people were taking photos once it has been set in the the launch pad, ready for the final missions before. So that was really touching.
Yes, we have the same feelings.
Yeah?
Yes, we will game together and we'll take photos, take films. But even the weather is hot. The sun is so hot for us, but we are so excited.
Okay.
And also, I also saw many children, many tourists, many space fans. They also come here to, witness this historic moment. And some will stay here for several days. They'll travel here for a lot and now wait for that moment, even at night or in the early morning. We don't know. Yeah.
We hope that more people are getting, excited about these space missions.
Exactly, because every time I know that there will be space launches and many tourist agencies they will have their, business.
Yeah.
We can see many advertisement, a note about how to shoot the launch.
Yeah.
They are giving advices. They are also trying to attract more tourists coming here.
That's why the Longlou Town become more and more popular because My first time, I have nothing. I have no notes. I have to explore by myself.
Okay, so all the
Yeah.
spots you didn't know which one is the best for filming.
Yeah.
You got to discover all the way yourself.
Yeah, all the sports we discovered. The past 3 years.
Oh my God, yeah.
Step by step.
And we can see that a lot of experience have been shared on the social media platforms, so that other people and tourists, they can come here and they can just come directly to this place,
Yeah.
this spot.
Yeah, so that's why your videos, now you can garner so many views. Any comments impress you, like before? Any comments you feel very impressive?
I remember that one of the comments is that a viewer very interested in astronauts or the space, but he had no idea. But once he watched our videos, he decided that he must come here to witness launch
By
The
themselves?
rocket
Yeah.
launch himself, okay.
Yeah, so it will impress me a lot because I think we are doing a right thing to the public. Yeah.
You guys' videos have so huge impact on them. Yeah.
So, do you guys have some long-term plans of this your work or your mission along with the rocket launches?
Well, the past 30 years, we will follow with the China space construction. Yeah, but in the future, I don't know actually because we have the other jobs to do because just the film is not can take money for us.
I know many of you guys are doing part-time jobs
Yes.
to do the filming, right?
Yes, but but we love this. We are going to continue to take films of the So maybe in the future we'll follow the space exploring projects. I don't know, but if in Wenchang or in other side have the rocket launch, we will go there.
Wow.
Okay.
Maybe this part-time job will just become a full job.
Maybe I will hope so. Yeah.
Cool. How about?
We know that. Let's talk about the future.
Yeah.
We know over the next few years there will be many exciting missions. We know that besides the lunar missions, we know that China will also launch the Mars sample return mission around 2030.
Yeah.
That's a very
Huge.
challenging and huge program
Yeah.
because no country has ever done that before.
Yeah.
China has finished the Mars landing and rovering mission, but now to bring back the Mars samples,
Yeah.
it's
Back
quite
to-
challenging.
Yes.
So around 2030, also Chinese astronauts or technauts will land on the moon. So this is also very exciting mission. And we have to mention many commercial launches as well, because over the next few years, a lot of satellite constellation will be built. So hundreds of or thousands of rockets or satellites will be launched every year.
Yeah.
So which mission may interest you most? You will come. You will not come every time, right?
Yeah.
So
of course.
I think he was gonna come every time. I bet.
So I'm curious, which mission will you guys pick every time? The rocket or the satellite or the astronauts or?
I think it depends.
It depends.
Yeah, because for example, the Long March 5 I have to take for 4 times. So which means if in the future we have the normal Long March 5 launch, I will not come here.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I had to say in the future, I would say the technology to the moon. I think I am very interested in and the satellite to the Mars. Yeah, I will because the Tianwen-1 I can came here because of the COVID-19. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
see.
it's so
Okay.
pity for me.
Yeah. And it's really very. A lot of people have a high expectation for these missions. I think not only. Which mission may impress you most? May interest you most? Would you like to continue to follow?
I'm gonna come every time. Actually, this I mentioned. This is actually my almost first time to be here, and following this Long March 8 and Chiao, and maybe I'm looking forward to the lunar missions following there.
Yeah.
I think this is quite. I also have some homework about China's lunar explorations from Chang'e 1 to the upcoming Chang'e 6, which is gonna lift off in the first half of this year. Definitely, this is 20 years. This is how we grow up.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not easy to finish all these, programs.
Yeah, and the rocket is getting, more advanced,
More eco-friendly,
greater. And actually, from the Earth to the Moon is 380 kilometers away. What is how do you understand this far distance? Actually, it sits 30 Earth-sized satellites to be in the middle. This is the total distance between that. That is really long. Not to mention Mars.
Yeah.
But we are taking this step by step, and bringing back the samples is also very exciting.
Yeah.
And now we can also go to some museums to see one piece of rocket.
Yeah, one piece of the lunar soil.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh. You?
And I would say the human space flight mission for the moon, the lunar manned missions. I'm really curious, who would be the first tachonaut to land on the moon? Because I believe that many astronauts are already in training. They want to go there, and also China Space Station is now also open to the whole world. Many the China Manned Space Agency has already said that China welcomes global collaboration, and astronauts or other scientists, engineers can come to apply, and they can work and live on board the China Space Station. So I'm really hoping to see that one day Chinese astronauts and global astronauts can join hand in hand to can go to the space station or even on the moon. I think that'd be very interesting, because we know that the first batch of the international projects on board the China Space Station, that's 17 projects selected from 9 countries and regions, or 9 projects selected from 70 countries already been selected, and they will be sent to the China Space Station one by one. So we're hoping to see more international collaboration on board the China Space Station, as well as the lunar programs. We will see more and more this kind of international collaboration, because space exploration is so hard, and it needs more collaboration, not only domestically but also globally.
There's no boundaries.
There's
in
no
the universe.
boundary. Yeah,
I
even
think so.
for your photography, for filming, you need teamwork. Different people may take the different responsibility. Right? So I think it's the same task for the rocket design, for the satellite, for the space program. Different companies may take different responsibilities, different people take different work. So that's why they can come together, finish this job.
Cooperation can do anything.
Like our live streaming. We are sitting here, we are live streaming, but our colleagues, they are working behind the scenes, they're helping us to coordinate and to make our live streaming available on the whole world, so that you can watch it. So it's a big teamwork. So I think it's the same with our space programs.
Wonderful. And for my wish, I hope to see more female on the moon. Maybe
female astronauts.
Female.
We know that in a huge team of these space programs, a lot of female engineers, scientists are now emerging, and we have already met some of them. They're really brilliant. They're doing a very good job in this field, because this space, most of the engineers used to be male dominated, but now we can see a growing number of female astronauts, female scientists. They have joined this huge task, And also female photographers.
Oh, of course. Yes, we have several female photographers, and they also can take very wonderful photos.
They can take this very heavy
Of
equipment.
course. They
Okay.
can even steady them.
Oh.
Yeah.
You feel challenged?
A little bit. Yes.
So what is your wish?
So my wish is I can take more and more photos and films. Yeah, I hope in every historical spot point, I can take pictures or take films. Yes, it's memory for us, not only me, but also the China space. Yes.
Part of the history. I
Yes.
think the history will tell something about your work.
Okay. Yes. So I hope it can be a part of my life.
Part of your life.
Yes.
So this will be your lifelong
Mission.
mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very quite interesting because we know that right now there are a lot of millions of space fans around the world. Even from the younger age, they are very interested in rockets, in satellites, in space missions. So it will generate the curiosity and the wonder of these children, the younger generation. So as long as they have the curiosity, they have the dream, I think they will work hard and try to fulfill their dreams by their efforts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've already witnessed that more and more colleges are
Yeah.
taking part. The students can even make a satellite and send to the moon. Or
Exactly.
send to the space.
Exactly. They can work together to build a satellite
Yeah.
by themselves and try to launch that into space. That's called CubeSat.
Yeah, Cuban
CubeSat.
satellite, which
It's
is
very-
very small,
it's very small
nano satellite.
Nano satellite,
Yeah.
but a lot of space fans already made this CubeSat by themselves. It's taking photos in space or doing some communication services.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. I think this will be a very long way for them to fulfill their space dreams. Yeah.
They're not gonna be a real, technicians or engineers in such young age.
Yeah. I once I read a news that a 9-year-old boy in
Really?
China, he made a very simple liquid-propelled rocket by himself.
Wow.
He's only 9,
Wow.
and he's now building a rocket by himself.
Wow.
It looks very simple, but he already
DIY.
Yeah.
made some components or the separation of the rocket by himself.
It's complex.
It's really smart for him,
Mhm.
for his classmates, for his family. I think it's great to fulfill their dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think that one of the great things about deep space exploration is that it's also gonna, push all the technologies, all the infrastructure,
Yeah.
the crews. People are gonna learn more about it.
Yeah, the materials, the components, the technology, artificial intelligence,
Yeah,
Yeah.
artificial intelligence.
big data. I think this kind of advanced equipment, they have the kind of most advanced technology like AI,
Yeah.
big data, like
Yeah.
cloud computing. I know once I visited a company in Hangzhou. They are combining the artificial intelligence technology along with the satellite.
Oh,
They are helping to have a better understanding about the navigation, communication, and remote sensing technologies to make a better,
the GNC.
better
Okay.
images about this, the satellites. So we can see that most of this technology will be used on the satellite, and at the same time, the satellite will bring more, applications, surprise.
Yeah.
Surprises.
Yeah. So, even our cell phone, the satellite internet, has
Oh,
already
yes.
been used in many cell phones.
Yeah.
So maybe in the future, I think more innovative applications will be a part of our daily lives with the help of these, satellites and
Yes.
rockets.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's pretty much for our
Great
live
discussion.
streaming today, and we talked about a lot of our, Long March 8
Yeah.
and upcoming lunar missions.
Yes.
Yes.
And also the future programs.
Our wishes for the China's
Exactly.
space explorations.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much for our live streaming today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we hope you can stay tuned with us to bring you more about China's exciting space missions. So see you today. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.